finally I watched Avengers Endgame.
I didn't.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I've already started seeing the spoilers.
I mean,
so
like, are you much of a Marvel fan?
yeah, I've watched almost all of them.
Okay.
So I would just.
I'm not going to spoil.
I've seen spoilers, but try. Yeah, I wanted to go see it this week. I
draw a lot of allegories, and maybe that's the wrong word, but I draw a lot of comparisons from Avengers Endgame to War of the Spark. There's a lot of very similar elements to it.
They're all these big characters are trying to fight this one big guy.
Exactly. Endgame is by far way better than Ravnica War of the Spark.
Did you watch Infinity War?
I did not. So this is like maybe my first or second Marvel movie, and I decided to skip to the end.
Yeah, you kind of fucking scumbagged it.
So this is well, a buddy of mine asked me to go, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'll go see the movie with you. And he didn't know that I wasn't a Marvel fan. But this is what I'll say about it.
He assumed that you were.
There is two ways that a author or a series of writers can tell a story about a long-running saga. They can either tell it from the perspective of you have beginners going into this, like noobs going into this, people like me, and then they can give like a decent backstory of everything that's going on. Or you can tell it from the perspective of like you have a lot of veterans that have been following the storyline from day one all the way to where we're at now. The problem that I think that Endgame suffers from is that they try to do both.
Oh, really?
The very first hour, they are trying to hit what every single character that has survived has been doing. I'm not going to get into details of what that is, but it's very long and drawn out to the point where I felt that it was boring because I was just like, I'm here for fucking superheroes. I'm here to see shit go down.
Right. How many times did you go pee?
I didn't. I stayed through the entire movie.
Oh, you got the badge.
Yeah, I stuck through the entire movie. I will say that the one thing that absolutely pissed me off, that especially in the first half of the movie, they are constantly bringing up the event that took place 5 years ago, which was Infinity War. And I'm like, I get it. The snap killed everybody. I get it. You don't have to keep on repeating yourself.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons like a lot of people say like you don't have to go see Captain Marvel to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I might actually, I'm supposed to stream tonight. I might actually skip that stream just to go see Infinity Wars tonight.
You mean Endgame?
Endgame. Because my wife, I would have to go with my wife, and my wife gets home at 6:30 and goes to bed at like 9 because she has to wake up at fucking 4:50 in the morning, so we can't see it throughout the week.
Right.
I might actually cancel the stream tonight and go see the game.
I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think that's a pretty good movie.
I'm been in it for the long haul, so I might as well finish it.
The thing is that movie is made for fans. There is a shit ton of fan service. There are certain elements that I don't personally understand, but I'm chalking it up to...
There's a reference in that movie to something that was said in Ant-Man and Wasp.
I probably missed that.
Yeah.
There was shit that was referenced in Captain America comic books that I thought was pretty fucking cool.
Well, there's a part where she's like, Wasp says, okay, Cap, and then her and Paul Rudd just kind of look at each other and smile, and then they go on. So apparently in Ant-Man versus Wasp, he says Cap. It just goes right over some people's head. He goes Cap, and she goes, "What? Who the hell's Cap?" He goes, "In America, that's what we call him, Cap." And she goes, "That's dumb." And then in the end game, she goes, "Okay, Cap," and he just kind of looks at her and smiles. And I was like, I wouldn't have got that. I didn't watch Ant-Man and Wasp. I didn't even watch Ant-Man. I just know Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
Yeah. I mean, look, all I'm saying is that from the perspective of someone who has never seen a Marvel movie and for some fucking reason my dumbass decides to go see Endgame, it's not a bad movie. I think that the fight scenes are really good. My only other hate for Endgame, or I should really say any other superhero movie, I hate God characters. Captain Marvel being a Superman-like character because she's just super strong. She just takes punches. She was just taking them from Thanos. I like that Thanos was like doing desperation attacks in order to hurt her, because I like seeing the heroes struggle trying to win, because it's not fun watching a fucking demigod beat the shit out of everybody on the fucking battlefield.
Then you said you like it when you see the heroes struggling.
Yes.
So you would have liked Infinity War a lot more, I think, because the whole movie is a fucking struggle.
Yeah,
they're struggling to not get him.
I'm not gonna lie. The entire battle in Endgame, it's Don't get me wrong. It is badass. It is super badass, but it definitely feels like it's a little bit one-sided.
Yeah. I think you would have liked Infinity War when it came out because, like, the snap happens and then the movie's basically over.
Okay.
Like, I loved... So if you ask me... So, you know my feelings on the new Star Wars.
Yes.
I like the old Star Wars. Let's get that out of the way. I like 4, 5, and 6. My favorite is 5. Because it's so fucking depressing.
Yep. Empire Strikes Back is the best.
Infinity War is the Empire Strikes Back out of the 2 movies. Because kids went and saw this movie. A lot of them are like, my favorite character is like this, and like that fucking character just disintegrated. And I'm like, yeah. The end of the movie, I'm like, yeah. And then like all these kids are like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to reality, motherfucker. But no, I gotta go see it tonight. We're gonna go see it. So
no, and Endgame is pretty good for me. I would say that it is like a 6, maybe a 7, but I think that's a lot of it has to do with me not having.
You have a very different taste in movies, though.
Yeah, I don't have an emotional attachment to it, and I'm more of like a psychological thriller or a military action style.
I went and saw the Predators movie, or not Predators, but The Predator, and I loved it. And I went on Twitter, was like, "This is a really good movie," and I got fucking wrecked. Even Matt McMuscles was like, "Oh yeah, why do you think so?" Because I don't think so. And I love Predator. I was like, I liked it. It's dumb and stupid, but the first one's the best one.
Okay.
It was better than Predator 2. Predator 2 is... I will rewatch... So in preparation for the Predator movie, me and my wife watched all 3 Predator movies because she had never seen any of them. And we watched the first one and she goes, these are just like slabs of meat fighting the Predator. I'm like, yeah, it is. Fucking Arnold and fucking... not Billy Zane. The guy that... Carl Weathers. All that shit, like they're just fucking slabs of meat fighting this fucking but that's what it is. Like that first half of that movie is just like, this is an army recon mission. By the way, so that's what I love about the Predator movie, and I wish it's the same thing with if you ever watched the Predator or if you watch The Thing, they put a scene in the very beginning of the movie where it shows a spaceship coming to Earth, and in both of those movies, I don't think that scene should be there. This movie should just go into it. Right. So like the beginning of Predator, you're just like, okay, this is a recon mission movie, and then 25 minutes into the movie, nah, bitch, this is a sci-fi horror movie, and it's the same thing with The Thing. You're like, what the fuck is this thing? Oh shit, it's an alien that replicates.
Yeah.
But the minute you see that scene in the beginning, you're like, oh, this is something from space.
Yeah, and then it kind of like ruins the immersion for you.
Yeah, it kind of like takes my blue balls away.
Because it's like you're not getting scared because you don't know what this fucking thing is. You're going like, this is bullshit because it's fucking aliens.
Yeah, like because the Predator and The Thing are in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. The Thing is probably my favorite movie of all time.
Okay,
because of the way they use the practical effects, the way that there's paranoia the entire time of the movie, and I love it. And at the end, you don't even get a happy ending or anything. At the end, you're just like, what the fuck?
Okay.
It's super great.
I haven't seen The Thing. I've seen Predator. I haven't seen The Thing.
Don't watch the 2011 remake because it's a prequel to the old movie, and it actually ruins.
So watch The Thing 1970, 1980.
1979?
Sure.
78, something like that. It's great. John Carpenter I think John Carpenter even says it's his best movie.
Okay.
Like, it's his favorite movie because he loved it. So
you would say that it's better than Alien?
Yes.
Okay. Because Alien
100%.
is my favorite movie, or one of my favorite movies. It's definitely.
What's good is they're kind of and what's good is that both of those movies are kind of the same. There's not so much replicating to where you don't know who's who, but it is a very haunted house movie. The characters are trapped. Like in Alien, they're trapped on a spaceship. In The Thing, they're trapped basically in Antarctica. They're at this research base. They're trapped there. And it's, there's a horror theme. You don't know what's going on. But yeah, I like The Thing more than I like Alien. And I love the xenomorph. That's the thing, though. The Thing doesn't have... You can't look at an image and be like, that's The Thing. Because it doesn't have a specific character model. It's whatever the fuck it wants to be. But the xenomorph, I would say I like the xenomorph model better. I do like that. I like a penis monster. It's a penis monster. It's based off of H.R. Giger.
You have like a lot of love for phallic looking creatures, man.
Man, they're scary. They're terrifying. Penises, I've watched a lot of porn in my life. I have never looked at a penis and been like, that's adorable, or that thing looks cool. They're all fucking terrifying.
All right,
Audio
then.
listeners, Chris is just shaking his head.
All right, then.